This is Garis Masculist MGTOW flyers, that is 2-3 page essays on the themes of masculism and MGTOW, written by and read aloud by Prof. Dr. Hugo de Garis. This is flyer number 267, entitled MGTOW Masculist Video Hosting Company Options. Description. This flyer discusses video hosting company alternatives to YouTube. Now that YouTube is suicidally censoring MGTOW masculist videos and even deleting some MGTOW channels, such as Big John of MGTOW is Freedom. It reviews most of the major hosting companies and ends up suggesting a compromise combination between Patreon and YouTube. The flyer itself. MGTOW Masculist Video Hosting Company Options by Prof. Dr. Hugo de Garis. Email profhugodegaris@yahoo.com. Website profhugodegaris.wordpress.com. Patreon, Prof. Hugo de Garis, all one word. This flyer, just maybe I'll center it a bit better. Make it a bit bigger as well. Whoop, sorry, maybe I should have done this earlier. It's too big. This flyer reports on some experiments and investigations I undertook to try to find an alternative to YouTube as the video hosting company of preference for MGTOWs and masculists, given that YouTube is now censoring MGTOW and masculist videos. As this flyer will show, I was only partly successful. My first preference was for vid.me, as my previous video shows, in which I recommended to the MGTOW masculist communities that vid.me, that's vid.me, becomes the new video hosting company of preference for the two movements. But ironically, within 5 minutes of having uploading it to YouTube, and after uploading some of my 260 plus masculist videos to vid.me, I learned that vid.me is bankrupt. So you can cross off vid.me, which is a pity because its software was user-friendly and it advertised freedom of speech, in parentheses, despite the fact that it was CEO'd by 2 Jews, one of whom worked previously for Goldman Sachs. I then looked systematically at a string of other possibilities that I list here and will later give reasons why I crossed them off. Minds.com, SoundCloud, iTunes, Gab.ai, BitChute, Patreon, Vimeo. Minds.com has a hopeless user interface. I had real trouble trying to learn how to simply upload a video to their site. An alternative to YouTube needs to have simple, user-friendly user interface that Minds.com certainly doesn't have, so I crossed it off. Vid.me is dead, so no further discussion. SoundCloud seemed to be just for pop music, so not appropriate for MGTOW/masculist videos. Please correct me if I'm mistaken. iTunes. I need to investigate more. Anything with an I as a prefix means Apple, so you probably have to pay for the service, ? Gab, G-A-B, Gab.ai is unsuitable because it has an upper limit of 200 megabyte max per video. Some of mine are nearly 1 terabyte in length, so no go. BitChute, B-I-T-C-H-U-T-E, was a mystery to me, totally user unfriendly, a definite reject. Vimeo is probably the next biggest to YouTube, but has a video size limit of 500 mega, so a bummer. Many of my videos are larger than that, so Vimeo is not practical as a storage site. Patreon, Patreon, is not a video hosting site, but had a mature user interface, easy to use, so it caught my attention. You can use Patreon for free and store links to YouTube videos on it. So that is what I came away with, and am now busy uploading links to it to my YouTube videos. You may ask, what's the point? By using Patreon, you still depend on YouTube as a storage site, that is, as the primary video host. So what is gained? YouTube can still kill your channel like it did to Big John of MGTOW's Freedom. That's true. But there are some advantages to this Patreon-YouTube combination. If you go searching for MGTOW Masculist content using Google, Google will often give you results that place the content that you're looking for well down in the hit list. This is annoying. With the Patreon-YouTube combination, you have everything at your fingertips. The MGTOW/Masculist who created the videos listed on Patreon with links to YouTube gives you everything he has made and in a user-friendly format, since Patreon software is also mature and easy to handle, to upload and to view. So here is a suggestion to the MGTOW Masculist communities, particularly to the MGTOW Masculist content makers. Use the Patreon-YouTube combination. Since most of you already have your videos on YouTube, you can quickly and easily create a free Patreon account and upload links to it to your YouTube videos, so that users of your Patreon accounts can get easy, quick access to your full video repertoire. That is a plus, and I recommend it. To see what I'm talking about, take my own collection of MGTOW Masculist flyer videos, nearly 270 of them at the time of writing. Click on patreon.com/ProfHugoDeGaris, one word, and you'll see my collection with a screenshot for each video, a title, a short description, etc. To play a particular video, just click on it. I realize this is not what I wanted. I wanted a real alternative to YouTube, that is, a video hosting company with no limit to video size nor to upload quantity, and has freedom of speech, unlike YouTube, which is now on a suicidal path, a downward spiral, as the demand for an alternative will create rival video hosting companies which do offer these services. But it's an interesting compromise. You can go to Patreon, that's patreon.com, and search without Google censoring you by putting the content you want low in the hit list. From now on, when I send my links to my MGTOW Masculist flyers to the comments section of other MGTOW Masculist content providers, I will include my Patreon link as well, for easy access to all my MGTOW Masculist videos. Perhaps other MGTOW Masculist video content providers might be interested to do the same, ? Cheers. Prof. Dr. Hugo de Garis. Email profhugodegaris@yahoo.com. Website profhugodegaris.wordpress.com. YouTube channels De Garis Masculist MGTOW Flyers and De Garis Essays. Patreon, patreon.com/ProfHugoDeGaris. Ciao.